To understand just how deep this problem goes, I'm heading back to the city, to the epicentre, to a crisis call and text centre.
Kia ora, welcome to Need to Talk. You're speaking with Maya.
How are you tonight?
Well, tell me what's been going on.
These phone counsellors work around the clock, providing a lifeline for anyone who needs a sympathetic ear.
Yeah. So are you worried that he's going to harm himself?
Even though men are much more likely to die from harming themselves, women are much more likely to call this line.
About a third of the people who call here are men. So you might say, well, not enough men are. And that's true. But for a variety of reasons, women find it easier to both talk to their mates, ring a place like this. There's still a core reality that for men to talk about feelings that matter is really tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Has it been quite tough for you in the lockdown? You're feeling stuck and hopeless at the moment, right? But it's good that you reached out.
Okay, bye.
You know, you reached out to us, you made that brave move. No, it sounds like, you know, you've been putting on that brave face and trying very hard for so long. Yeah. Does anyone else know how you're feeling? Any friends or... So I know you feel alone right now, and I know you feel like a burden, but you're doing the right thing, and this will pass.
So how many calls and texts are you receiving?
25 to 30,000 calls a month kind of territory.
Wow.
Calls and texts, so that's contacts of all types. You know what I mean? Most people are touched by, you know, suicide. I have been professionally, I also have been personally, and I mean, it's something that people just never really get over, is it?
No.
And yet inherently, it's preventable. Look, I mean, so often when you look at it, if you could have got that person through that night, or that week, or sometimes that month, they'd still be here and they'd be glad to be here.
So the way that we break out of that is by doing what you're doing tonight, reaching out to us, reaching out to other supports. There's a service that that might be of help. They offer free counselling through workplaces, right? I can give you their phone number. You know, you're in a position of power right now. You're making decisions that are good for you. You know, so keep working with that. Keep holding on to that strength. You're not alone. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Sky.
Yeah.
It sounded really intense.
Yeah. We do a grading system so that we know how to support the person. So like on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to follow through on your plan? You know.
Are we talking about plan for suicide?
Yeah, so a plan to end his life. But I talked about, you know, I affirmed him for reaching out because this was his first call to any helpline, which is awesome. Charlie's made the right decisions, you just keep reminding him of what he's doing right. Because, you know, they feel hopeless, they feel helpless, and like nothing's going to get better. And then just, you know, trying to find hope, you know, things that are keeping him alive. And once we talked about that, he said that the tension broke. So he's not at that 8 out of 10 anymore. You know, there's that sort of release of those feelings.
How often would you get a call like that?
I mean, fairly regularly. We get probably about 1 or 2 a shift. Reminding ourselves that that's our support service on to another. Hi, this is Need to Talk. You're speaking with Sky.
What do we say to someone who is really struggling?
Just listening, not trying to get into giving advice and fixing it, but also sometimes just really encourage, if you're really worried about something, someone encouraging them to reach out to get some help, be it GP or here or a counsellor, and also offering to go with them, you know, because sometimes it takes someone going with you to get you through that door.
Oh wow, that's quite a tough thing, hey?
And that must be really stressful for him.
Thanks. You have a good night.
To me, it seems like a couple of lives may have been saved tonight. If these people didn't have this number, these people, who knows where they'd be now. I'm so thankful for these guys and the work they're doing.